Folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Another busy day today, back to the grind. Just a lot of stuff going on. A few announcements I thought I'd go ahead and knock out of the way because that always makes so many people happy. Sensitive people gonna struggle surviving through everything we're about to go through if little annoying things on YouTube just get to you. Anyways, this Sunday is our big meeting. So if you attend or regularly or irregularly or anything, this Sunday, same time, same place, please show up if you can, because it's going to be a good one. We have a cheese maker coming in and is going to do a cheese making class, teach you how to make your own cheese. That's a good prepping thing, because if you have your own milk cow, or goats, dairy goats, dairy cattle, if you're new to it, or if you just you know anything about it, it doesn't take too much to get too much milk. One cow can produce probably more milk than the average family really can use. And so you need to find a way what to do with all that milk. You don't want to waste it, and cheese is one of those great things to have all the benefits of dairy, but have it for a long period of time, and it's a good preservation of dairy. So anyways, come to the meeting. We're going to do a cheese making class. It'll be excellent fun and informative. So that's that. And then I also wanted to mention, I believe today is the last day of the fall special for Grafted and Grace Creations. If you go on there and use the promo code FALL, F-A-L-L, you'll get 15% off. And that's the soaps. The soaps that we use, excellent stuff. Deodorant, soaps, other types of, she makes all kinds of stuff. I can't keep track of it. I'm a guy, we use like one soap to wash the car and our bodies and the dog and everything else. So all that other stuff I don't know about, but probably some of you are interested. Good stuff, all handmade. Money goes to a good, whole Bible believing family. So promo code FALL. Today is the last day, so you can get that discount in. Well, it's been sprinkling here this morning, and this is due to some of the early little tentacles of the hurricane that has made landfall. But the big story with that is Florida and now into Georgia. It's moving into Atlanta, and they're already getting flooding there, and they're expected some very severe flooding. But the Carolinas and even into Tennessee are starting to feel the wrath of this hurricane. And like I've been saying, the predictions so far are showing to mostly be true, as this is a pretty big, powerful hurricane, and it's behaving in an unusual way. Okay, I am no expert in this area. I like to kind of dabble in it and read about it, but at some point it's above my head. But I will tell you this, I'm on a local group for our county where there's a whole bunch of weather spotters, meteorologists, fire officials, police officials, sheriffs and stuff like that, all in the county, so that bad weather, we can all stay on top of things, and they give us updates. And all of the professionals in that group have been saying for days that this is a bad deal. And there's a lot of unusual behavior out of this hurricane, and you can assume what you want out of that on unusual behavior. Is it manipulated, or is this just a weird freak storm? Either way, it's my buddy walking out in the morning. Pass him every once in a while. He's a good guy. Anyways, that this is a rough one, and made landfall as a Category 4. And so for you folks that are anywhere in that vicinity, definitely be getting prepared. And I was actually on the phone with someone last night that lives near the path of this, and giving them some last minute advice, because they're fairly new to prepping, and they got a hold of me and wanted to talk, so gave them some last minute pointers of what they need to be making sure they have. For the rest of us, again, just pay attention to what's going on and how people react to it, how the system, the government, the local officials, how they all react to it. It helps give you a good idea of what to expect when bad things will happen to you. And they are happening, and they will happen. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but this illegal stuff, I'm telling you folks, you better be getting ready. It's still pretty much daily now. People are reaching out to me, telling me the little reports of what activity that they're seeing going on. At someone, and this isn't actually too far away from me, Mountain Grove, Missouri. Someone reached out to me and said, hey, we just had a couple of van loads dropped off in our town. And, this is a town, I don't know the exact population, but I would guess, 2,000 or 3,000. I wouldn't think that town has more than 4,000 people in it. And, they dropped off. Is it a lot? A couple of big church vans, 30, 40 people? No, it's not a terrible amount, but for a little small town, that's a lot of people that may not have IDs and licenses. They may not speak the language. They need all this health care. They need a place to live. Maybe they're not all criminals, but yet they don't understand the laws. So they're breaking laws and causing accidents and things like that, possibly because they just don't understand. There's a lot. Or if they were criminals, that's a lot of criminals. It's happening everywhere, folks. And I think so many people don't get it. I'm not talking about the normies. I'm not talking about the people that are still asleep. Okay? Yes, obviously they don't get it. I'm talking about folks like you and I that still don't get it. I don't think you've wrapped your head around, many of you. I'm not scolding you, but I think there's some of you that still has not fully wrapped your head around about how bad it's going to be, about how desperate people can get. Food. Are you producing food? If you think that you're going to, drive down the road 20, 30, 40, 50 miles to so-and-so's farm to get your food when it all falls apart, that's a long drive. Probably not going to happen. Do you know how to preserve your food? Have you thought it all the way through? Do you have all the tools that you need to grow the food, to maintain the food crop, or the livestock, to butcher it, to harvest it, to preserve it? Do you know how to do it? Are you doing enough of it? You better be thinking about that kind of stuff. Medical stuff, there's so many things I just don't think a lot of people have fully wrapped their head around. I think because we are so, Americans have been sheltered, okay? That may offend some people, but I don't care, it's true. You compare the average American existence over the last 2 or 3, 4 decades, and then you compare that same life to where some of these people are coming from, like say Haiti. We have totally been sheltered. I mean, the average American couldn't last one day in Haiti. Just the disease, parasites, all that kind of stuff. You'd get sick and die because your system isn't capable of handling. It's not. The immune system isn't capable of handling it. That alone, the level of violence, how people are just heartless and cruel. Americans, for the most part, even the criminal Americans, have at least a certain standard and certain value on human life. Many of the people coming into this country, they don't have that. They don't share those same values. So even the average person from some of these countries, their values and their value on human life is very different than even some of the worst criminals here in the United States. It's a whole different world. That's why some of you have probably seen videos and stuff coming out about these gangs and stuff in like Chicago, like the native, the Chicagoan gangs are now clashing with these Venezuelans, and from what I'm hearing, the Venezuelans and stuff they're just steamrolling right over the top of them. because as tough and as bad as some of the American gangs are, they're nothing compared to these third world country gangs. I mean, it's a whole different world. That's what's in America. It's not coming to America. It's not coming to these cities. It's here. It's here right now, and it's happening. The media is trying to hide it. The governments, local governments are trying to hide it, but it's here nonetheless. And I just don't think that the average American prepper has yet to wrap their heads around how bad it's going to be. I don't think the average American prepper is wrapped their head around how bad World War III is going to be. We've announced this week, the U.S. government, that we've sent $8 billion in weapons to Ukraine and $8.7 billion in weapons to Israel, and also authorized Ukraine to use long-range missiles against Russia. That should be like front page of the news. That's huge. That's huge, huge, huge news. And Putin and Russia, they've already said, all right, nukes are on the table. You attack Russia in a way that could cripple us, and we will not only nuke the person attacking us, but we will nuke the person that sent them the weapons to attack us. Like that's on the table. Where's the panic from Americans? I'm not saying that the panic would be good, but it's like people don't even notice. Whatever. Well, wait till it happens. Wait till the news media can't cover it up anymore, because it's happening in American streets, American cities. And the average prepper is not prepared for that. I don't care how many buckets of food you have or how many cases of ammo you have. I'm talking about up here. The average American prepper is not ready up here for the things that they will see, the things that they will endure, the hardship. They haven't thought it all the way through. And you better get ready, folks, because I don't think it's too much further away before it just starts really. And it's gonna hit a point, like with most things, that it'll hit that. It starts to snowball. It's a little bit at a time. That's kind of where we're at right now. It's just kind of building, and then that snowball is going to start picking up speed. It'll be things happening more often, more places, worse things, and then all of a sudden, it's just going to fall off a cliff. And it's just that's when I guess you could say the official SHTF happens, where it's just chaos, and most people aren't ready for it. Every time my wife and I go out to the city or something, we both, one of us will say it. We'll be walking, down a shopping aisle or, grocery store or wherever, and we're like, because the other day she said it to me, and she said, just think, these people have no clue what's out there. They don't know what's happening. They're not ready for this. How many preppers are the same way? You need to get ready, folks. Get your houses in order. Don't be sitting around doing nothing and talking about it. Less talking, more walking. Prepare mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.